Hello, I am Deep White. Not much to say. I'll tell you directly what should we do with the video above. We're going to do this in 2 steps. First, the biography. Then turn this picture into a video. So let's open the link below now. Here is the app. You can understand this app at a glance. This is the place to upload photos. Here is an explanation. I have set up a total of 8 of this scene here. You can take a look at the specific place, and here is a schematic of the scene. Very simple. Just enter the scene number directly here. Each number corresponds to one of this scene. Selfie uploaded here. I have to tell you a little bit more about that. Preferably something like this one with a white background, this kind of photo. This is better. Or on the surface of the character. The light is relatively even. It is okay to do something like this. So we can also try to generate it here. Drag it in. Pick a scene, just the Titanic. Okay, this photo is also generated. 1 minute and 23 seconds is still fast. A total of 10 to 20 coins are consumed. This can be generated 5 times a day. We wanted to generate this 15-second video. Then there must be 3 diagrams. So you can choose 3 scenes here. Then generate. Okay, generate this graph. Just click this. You can download it directly to your own locally. Okay, I've generated another picture here. Let's talk about it here. 2 images will be generated here. One picture is 1K of the original picture. Another picture is in high definition. Okay, so we've now generated 3 images. We can generate the video. Now open the second link. Enter this application. It is an app that pretty much everyone can see. Here is the first picture, the first one. The second and third photos, you can put these in turn, in your order. Then the first picture is the same. You can take a group photo. You can also put your original image. When starting, of course, it is better to make the original image. But you can also imagine if this time is longer. You say this is the final frame. So think of this as the first frame of the original image. It is also possible to play other scenes. This will make the whole video longer. One thing to note here is that here are the prompts you need to write in. Because I've got this keyword fixed, in fact, you only need to fill in the middle one. Because who is the person you uploaded here? Both male and female children can do it. So this piece requires you to describe if only men and women, just use the simplest description. We take the 3 photos just generated, put it here in sequence with our original picture, and I'm not going to go through all of them. Just click run. What needs to be said here is this is a generation after all, 15 seconds of video. So a generation time may be around 20 minutes. I tested it several times and it is all about 20 minutes. The RHP used is around 240 to 250. Then, after each generation, you will get a 15-second video and 3 segmented videos. And these 3 segmented videos, we take it back ourselves. You can edit it yourself, add music, AD, transition sound. The core principle of this application, it is just beginning to end, generating video. For example, let's give AI a real-life video. Give a start, set and end, let the AI brain fill in the process. In fact, there are many ways to play this game. There are also popular ones recently. There is a series of childhood memories. I don't know if everyone is elsewhere in Douyin. Did you get it? I also made one here. You can take a look. I simply made one. Yeah, that is probably what it means. I generated one here. This StarCraft tank, and then there is a canal of a red police. But if you want to generate a video like this, or just want to generate a 5-second video, then I have to get into the workflow to make adjustments. Then I have put the workflow deployed on the running hub. Start the workflow at this point. I've put it away. Just a click to run it. This running hub platform is really easy to use. It can be used as long as there is a computer to log in to the web page. You don't have to think about the computer configuration. Just sign up with my invitation code. Now it is 1000 points. Log in every day and get another 100 points. free enough to play for a long time. If you don't want to learn ComfyUI, I find this ComfyUI too difficult. Don't be so troublesome. You can come to my mini program. I have all kinds of small apps. You can also play a variety of games here. Okay, let's get back to this workflow. I have been debugging this stream for a long time. It took a long time. It feels like the dynamics and character consistency are average. It is the best version of what it feels like. If you want to run various hand final frame videos, you can try this. If you want to run this for 5 seconds, then just run this for 5 seconds. Then you can switch it on and off here. Close the others here. The second paragraph, the third paragraph, and there is also a final generated video. This is closed. Just leave this paragraph to generate these 5 seconds. Here is the upload photo, so I won't say much about that. You can also generate it in 5 seconds. You want to put the last frame of the previous video. Put it in the first frame, drop a photo. Then you can also 5 seconds to generate. So you can correct the error at any time. Here is the setting parameter setting area. Here is the resolution. Here I have 12800720 on the line. This resolution is relatively high. This is a vertical if you want. If you want to become a horizontal chart, please retype this link. That is it. The one next to it is the keyword, my keyword. In fact, it has been set for a long time. Then this is already a fixed template. You don't have to change it. If you are generating my video, but if you're going to generate that other kind of video, then you open here, disconnect here, generate video, rewrite the prompt here. The keyword is given to these 3 at once, all in use. So every 15 seconds of those 15 seconds, it is all for these 3, all use this keyword. If you think each keyword may be different, then you are specifically here to prompt. Disconnect from here, just generate the prompt word for this paragraph separately. As I said before, this end-to-end frame, in fact, the crux of the matter lies in one. You need to generate the first frame and the final frame. If you don't synthesize this ready-made, this kind of group photo, then one can be used, as I said in the last issue, picture modification function to generate, or simply generate this one-click application. You can even use bin bounce. What kind of 1,000 questions can Gemini give birth to? If you still find the application simple, you can tell me in the comment area. I'll make a few more, because there are only 8 in it. And I actually do a lot of Disney animations. Some. Let me know in the comment section if you need it. Here, I also put a single image generated. There is a switch here. Here, I also put something like this generated by a single picture. It's to generate a video with a picture, but I won't talk about that this time. Next time I'll make a separate video about this. Certainly, students who really want to learn more about Comfy, then you must still run locally. This is not limited by the network. The integration package and workflow, I have also been on the online disk. You can download it yourself. So here we are at the local interface. This workflow looks complicated, and the logic is pretty clear. I have separated each component. First of all, let me explain why I think this workflow, this consistency and dynamic effect is the best, because I put the high noise model here. I used this Remix 2.1 version of the Fat Monkey Boss. Low noise using the Deciwa model. This remix model of the Fat Monkey Boss is really good. But if it is a combination of high and low noise, it would be easy for the face to change. This Deciwa, although it is a model that focuses on animation, but this one goes over here to control the details. But it is really unexpected. It worked really well. In particular, let's talk about the acceleration function here. This acceleration function, I put a special switch here. If you run, if there is an error here, just close this place and run. This error is difficult to troubleshoot. It could be your environmental problem. It may also be a problem with your graphics card. Like the 2060s graphics card I used before. It doesn't work. This is because of the graphics card architecture. It is too old, so you have to think it is wrong. Just use this to turn it off. In fact, it doesn't affect much after turning it off. The time gap is not that big. It is a parameter. I also set the resolution just now. After doing this localization, I reduced the resolution. It is 832 × 480. If you run and think it still won't run, then you remember this. Let's get that number down. This same maximum side length, just go with this maximum value to reduce it. This 81 frames is a 5-second video. This is 16 frames per SE count. We do it here. Here is the total number of steps and the high number of steps, the entire set of high noise steps. And this is where I have to tell you this feature of this var 2米欧斗. It is actually through this high noise and low noise to control the motion of this image together. Noise controls the dynamics, low noise to control details. Then the video generated in this way is more controllable. What I'm setting up here is the whole 6-step run. Noise run 2 steps, 4 steps of low noise running, then it is actually enough. Set this parameter. The overall effect is the best. The generation speed is also fast. I am a 5060 Ti 16G graphics card. 5-second video runs for about 360 seconds. And this brings us to the sampler. That is 5 seconds of video. I divided it into 3 paragraphs. So we won't go into the sampler here. Similarly, if you need to change the prompt word, disconnect it here. So here is 2 zoom nodes. Its main functions are, in case the resolution of the photo you upload is too large, then you can't run at all. With the zoom function, it can reduce your resolution. This is a node to clean up the video memory. If your configuration pressure is relatively high, you can turn this on. There is a switch in there. This is a function of a supplementary frame. It is to make up 16 frames per SE count to 32 frames per SE count. This makes the video look smoother. Yes, the function of this node is to put the first 5 seconds of this frame sequence. It is merged with a sequence of frames from this video 5 seconds later to make an output. I have written the parameters here in this comment. Explain it. This parameter is actually this number purpose. It is a quantity that overlaps the previous and subsequent frames. Usually when we have 16 frames, usually 5 is more appropriate to set 5. But the kind of video we're generating today, it just happens to be a kind of pause in the middle. Then I will set 1, which also works better. Okay. And that is basically the end of the workflow. In fact, if we want to talk about the foundation of ComfyUI, in fact, the earliest, we should be talking about this kind of graphic video first. This is the most basic model. But I think through such a case, come and teach everyone this hand in hand might be easier to pick up. So I put the workflow of this graphic video also put here. You can also use it for yourself. Very simple too. There is a switch here to turn it on. It is also very simple. It is nothing more than turning 2 pictures into 1 picture. Just to show the picture and you can generate it. There is also a node changed here. I won't go into that. I'm going to make a separate video about this. Tell me how this is generated. Because you need to add LoRa to play here, there are a lot of interesting things to add. It is pointless to be so low. There is another workflow. It directly generates a 12-second long video. I'll go straight to this next time. And finally, I put this entire workflow file. There are also model nodes that need to be used. It is all on the online disk. Same as above. After downloading, you can directly copy and paste. You can also go to the previous integration package. It is also an integration package integrated by other bosses. Use. I have these nodes. In fact, they are all commonly used. Most bosses have this. They all happen to have these nodes. I've added one more model here. The model we used in the last issue. It was updated to version 23. I feel that version 23 is better than the previous version 21, so I put this in there as well. You can use it. This time I also used this remix model. There are also big stockings models. I have it all here. You can go to the top of this comment section. This piece, self-pickup link. Whether you are addicted to the free version of the cloud, or do you want to download this locally running integration package, DIY technology. Hope this issue makes you have fun. If this issue helps you, a like is my greatest encouragement. I am Deep White. See you next time.